It's
I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now,
yeah, we can't live, man. We can't celebrate hip hop. We can't listen to hip hop because Uku guys are on the streets. Which, listen, it's your right. It's your right to protest. It's your right to speak about what you're not happy about. But man, just if guys decide to go back, just keep it kosher. Keep it just
I
nice.
heard
Keep it.
Baba was pissed the other day.
Why?
He went to see Ezekiel and he was not allowed
Ah, yes.
into his house. Huh?
What was he going to do there in your Suzuku over there?
They know better what they're up to.
What
They
was
know
he going
better.
to do there?
Hmm?
After he came out about the statement of Ruto being
Maybe he
Huku
was
the
gonna
Shakahola,
maybe
that Shakahola annex, and it hit me here. I was
I
like,
think
ay,
maybe he was gonna join him for a cup of tea or
oh
porridge.
gosh.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Uh-huh.
can people stop sensationalizing everything? Stop it. They're not making the work of the DCI any
But
easier.
you know, this thing has been going on like for years in Kenya. It's just that now it's coming out. But this is not a new. You see, even that day, someone was busted with the same thing in Kasarani. You saw that saga.
I read about it. I was like,
Now it's becoming like everyone is doing it.
no, it's been there for a long time. Even
Yeah, exactly.
there's a church in Kisumu that has been there from the 70s.
But let
Heavy,
me tell
heavy
you,
on
let me tell you,
cult
the way
doctrine.
Kenya operates is this: we talk about it, everyone shouts about it, then it
Mm.
disappears. It just goes silent.
But this one is too much. This
This one is
one
serious.
is
Like it's
serious.
everywhere around the world. Even BBC is reporting
Everywhere.
on it.
It is horrible. This guy hasn't been under the microscope of the government since he started officially started in 2013, and he's been getting off on misdemeanors on just nini, and this is the result. They pulled out 21 more people last week. I mean, yesterday. No, as of the 9th, that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
We don't know how many more are either lost or still buried within that forest. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. But yes, stop sensationalizing this stuff, people. Can you please get serious with your lives? Now, speaking of seriousness, it's how much the hip hop, or rather the world of music, has taken Missy Elliott. Hey, I talked about it last week. I got to talk about it again since now you're here. She is the first female rapper
Yeah.
to get on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm.
This past year, I think year and a half, I seen her get her Walk of Fame. I seen her in her wax figure in Madame Tussauds Museum. I seen her being immortalized in, I think there was the Grammys. As in, like, if there's one person who's gotten her flowers in the last 2 years, it has to be Missy Elliott.
I think when she came in her and Timberland,
Mm,
because there people forget they were a duo.
mm,
They songwrite and produce together.
mm.
You know, she just had something different from her image
Exactly.
to everything. Even how she used to dance on videos,
Yeah.
everything was different. This is
Mm,
someone that you cannot ignore
mm,
and will be not ignored for years. You
mm.
know, she came, so she definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
The problem that I have is some people are trying to hate. You know, they're trying to bring her down. Like, is she really rock and roll? Like, like what the heck is that? And funny enough, is the black community
Right.
that are coming haywire on her.
Right.
You know, and so you should lift up your own. Don't
It,
tear them down.
it's because the black community, first of all, as it has no insight, have no they've forgotten their roots. First of all, rock and roll is black.
It actually started with majority blacks.
Blacks. It was started in New Orleans, and the way they would, they remember the New Orleans was heavy on the blues, and the way they play the guitars and stuff
And the blues
inspired a
here
lot of
comes from
people.
people forget blues comes from the black scene. You know,
Mm,
jazz, same thing. Like
exactly.
they incorporated everything in America. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. Like even when they're hating on Beyonce for getting the best what was it called, dance album of the year, Akina Diplo are hating. I'm like, dance and EDM and all these things they appreciate house came from a black DJ.
yeah.
Originated from a black
A lot of the
DJ.
fact the dance scene in America came from areas like Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you look at that music. I think these guys are just bitter.
They
They
are.
just they just they feel that they should have gotten it, but they're not getting it.
But I don't understand. How come they didn't hate on LL Cool J? How come they didn't hate on Jay-Z last year? Because they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How come they were not hated on? And yet you want to hate on the first female black rapper on the Hall of Fame? Again, it still goes back to the fact that women, after black men and Latino and blah blah, black women in America are still seen as second class citizens.
That's the thing. I mean, I was checking out this thing where this dope artist, Rhapsody, was produced by Ninth Wonder. By the way, it has an imprint with Rockefeller, you
Mm.
know, and and when she first came out, people were slating her down. They're like, you're not even pretty. You're gonna go nowhere. You know, they were dissing on her till she was nominated for 2 Grammy awards,
There
and
you
now
go.
everyone loved her.
It's
Everyone loved
it's
her.
it's crazy, but you can't take away from the brilliance that's Missy Elliott, the contribution she has made heavily to music. If you listen to Monica, there she is. Listen to Sierra, there she is. Fantasia, there she is. Justin, there she is. Like she's left a heavy imprint.
People forget that track they did. What was it called? One with all the ladies on it.
Which
The
one?
Left Eye was there. Queen Latifah was there. Um, like this ladies' night, and I'm feeling
Oh,
good. Uh,
yeah, Ladies' Night, actually,
remember,
yeah.
like Missy was also on that track. She was just
Right.
there for a split second,
Yeah.
but she swifted how the whole track went, and
That
she changed
that
it.
and Lady Marmalade, like as in,
Yeah,
oh Lord, Janet Jackson, like ay ay ay.
and
This
even
woman has
people are
done a
hating on
lot.
Janet Jackson now. Also, they're like, "Yo, your time is over."
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. If she can still move the way she can, and even me, I try to move and my knees are over here breaking. There's nothing like that. She still got it. She's still doing her thing. And she, again, you can't take away from what somebody's done. You can't take
I
away
remember there was a
from.
time also. I think they dissed Missy because Missy lost weight,
Mm.
and I think she had to go undergo a surgery. And people said, "Oh, I feel like you represented for big ladies out there. Why did you do that?" And she was like, "This was a health issue.
It's
My
a health
granddad
issue,
would have
yeah.
died." Like people just want to keep you, what I realize, in your cocoon.
Yeah.
They don't want you to extend yourself.
Speaking of that, Salt and Pepper recently did an interview. And who was it who said? Salt claims that she was asked to have an abortion for the sake of her career.
That happens a lot.
Can you imagine that? She said she was treated as a young, how she was treated as a young mom in the music industry. And in the interview, she says the pioneering of hip hop duo for their thoughts. I mean, wait, she was asked about the pioneering, particularly in the face of critics telling women that they can't balance motherhood with having a successful career.
Mm.
Now, she said they still saying that. And that's why we are true to who we are. They could recognize because we wanted to be moms. We was moms. We said we can do it. Whatever we came my way, I handled it, which was taking the good with the bad because someone had to do it. But they think it can't. They panic. The labels, and people. Oh my God, how are you gonna the sales, the sales, the sales? But we did it. So there's always that misconception of because you're pregnant or because you give birth, then therefore you can't again continue to be the person who you are before you got pregnant or before you gave birth. Same thing with Rihanna. Rihanna, when she did her halftime show, everybody was like, how can she go there visibly pregnant on stage? How is she managing that? And now she's not going to give us another album because she's pregnant and she's going to have a child.
I think a lot of women are brought down in the industry, and not just on pregnancy, but a lot of other things. Like if you look at the history of like Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill basically like she was saying all the pressure she was forced into.
Mm,
They made her feel like she doesn't want to do. Felt like she couldn't express herself.
right.
You know, and it's a shame. Men don't go through this.
Mm,
Even if they're told something, they really don't go through what women go through. And it's a shame because the industry is also built on women. There's a lot of great women. I was looking at this documentary the other day. I think there's a lady called Maya Anderson or something. She was there like in the 60s.
mm.
She was like one of the first black opera singers.
Oh,
She opened up all the doorways for for all those people, and she would
right.
also be told you can't do this, and it's always just because of your gender.
Right.
Yeah. And so my thing is when someone tells you you can't do this or you should have a baby now because of your music, you should ask them why not.
Exactly.
Don't just accept it.
Don't accept to be put in a certain box. Like you don't know what you're doing when you're over there trying to have your baby at the same time do your thing. As in, there are millions of women across the world who have it has never stopped them. In fact, it has just pushed them even harder towards succeeding. So men need to stop because the people who are talking about it the most are men and fellow hater women, few of them. But as in, the narrative just needs to stop. And
But,
big up to Missy Elliott.
but let me ask you, we come back to a local story that's been hitting right now.
Mm.
What do you think about this story about Mustafa?
Where should we get into that now? When we come back with it, but
I think there's two sides to that story, by the way.
I don't know what to believe. I don't
No, I
know.
don't think anyone really knows what to believe. This what happens. Kenyans have a lot of empathy.
A lot.
Whether you're talking a lot of rubbish
Mm,
or not, they're like, hey, let's set up a pay bill number. That's what they'll say. Let's leave it on pesa. That's what they'll say.
yeah.
Abroad, they're harsh.
Mm.
Your parents are harsh. They'll be like, why didn't you plan yourself better? You know?
But now, cancer treatments are very expensive because he's attributing this to his mom's cancer treatments. Okay.
That's what he says.
Although Notiflo came out and said that she used to front his bills for the longest time when they were together until she backtracked.
He said that he was a serial
Data
player, huh?
player, and she's the one who used
But
to
I
make
heard
him look
there's
good.
this MP, this lady was it Kenyama or whatever, who set up a Lipan and Personam thing, so
It's
it
out,
goes
yeah.
direct to the mom now.
I hope that's the case. I really hope that's the case. Because there have been cases. I'm not discounting from his, but there have been cases where, like now this former rapper Miracle Baby, he was out there flaunting with an 80,000 shilling bill that he spent at the bar, at the bar. Yes, yeah, you unakunywa unakojoa inaisha and you move on with life. He spent about I think 89,000 shillings. But not too long ago, they had to ask the public to raise money for them. I think when either the wife was pregnant and they were stuck with a huge hospital bill.
Mm.
So guys are like, how are you the same person who needed to help with the hospital bill, but you're out here flaunting with an 89,000 shilling uh, bar bill? So it always raises a lot of questions. As much as we are empathetic, we're also skeptical. So everybody's waiting to see how
That's
this will.
exactly what I want to come. My point about it was my view about it is this. I don't know what's happened much in his life. The last time I heard anything about Mustafa is when he was on Nairobi Diaries.
Mm,
To be honest,
yeah.
ago, you know? But the thing is this: I always believe the truth has a way of coming out, and so yeah, they said he got like 600K people put in money, but the thing is the truth will come out, like what the money's really for, because I'm not saying that his is not genuine, but it's like that guy what was called Omosh, like and he got some serious paper.
Yeah.
Within a month he was asking for more.
Robert Allow even brought it out. He was like, probably, the way we're going about it is a mistake, especially because of that story of Omosh. Yeah, we're known to help people out. And then the next thing you know, guys are blowing cash left, right, and center. But again, to his credit, if for real this is what's going on, cancer treatments are very, very expensive across the world. Across the world. And he needs every penny he can get. Yeah. So I think with time, I'm waiting with time to see the legitimacy of this story.
So what is your heart telling you?
The way this story has blown up, I think there should have been a witness to the mom's treatment in one way or another. Like somebody should have been made available, even if it's Ezekiel Mutua from MCSK or whoever, to actually go and visit with the mom and assess the situation. That's what even Robert Alai was saying. We're quick to be giving money when we have not fully assessed the situation and the exact need that is needed for this particular case.
Yeah.
So my thought is somebody else needs to go and visit with the family just to make sure everything is okay and examine the exact. And I don't like Robert Alai, but I will echo what he says. Assess the situation so you know exactly what is needed instead of just throwing money at the situation, saying we're going to pray about it and then moving on with life. Yeah, that's my thought. I don't know what your thought is.
I think it's true because one person even said, now it's a fad. where all these celebrities, even from the past, come and say, I'm having a problem. One person did it, a lot of money was put through. So now it's become like a trend. I saw this lady that day was a comedian in Kenya, and you have this thing on Facebook of send $1 a day to me so I can eat.
Mm,
They're like, are you serious?
mm,
Like all this time you're doing your hustles and everything, and then now it's like you see a thing going a certain way, and then you want money. So I feel like it's a trend that's coming. It's a quick way. It's a quick way to make people feel sorry for you. And to be honest, I don't trust all of them. I'm not saying in the one of Mustafa. I'm not saying in his case, but I'm just saying we really need to look into these things. By the way, just the way we're looking into the issue with the churches and all these other things that are going on in society, we need to look into this
mm.
because there's something that's just not adding up. If you ask.
Yeah, but life has become difficult. Even maybe I'm about to set up a GoFundMe so that I can get a bit of money. Life has become difficult, but again, I'm not going to discount prayers. To the mom, and we pray everything turns out as in she gets the help that she needs, if that is indeed the case. But we will be watching this story closely and we'll be reporting it as we go on. So now, for now, we get back into the music. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Mzuka the film, and of course, G-Rongi might stepping at any time. So yes, of course you can also just chunk into the conversation on +254 788 380030. Follow, like, subscribe, Icon Radio on any of the platforms, on all the platforms actually. We're also live on YouTube, where now you can just chunk into the conversation in the comment section over there. Let us know exactly what you'd like to listen to, because we got you covered. Keep it right here. This is The Vault. God. This is the vault. I'm your girl, Myra Maloba, the Afro Punk Queen of Voice. As always, in studio, we also got.
Hey, baby. Ongea kwa mic.
Oza G baby in the house there.
G baby.
Si unajua tena G-Rongi usipime. Leo niko na wazuri wangu wote in the house there. Watamu wangu wote in the house there. Warambaji wote in the house there. Jeshi ya fire brigade in the house there. Unajua tena nakwambia tunakuona hata kama tujafungua macho. Unajua ndio leo nina hii wiki hata sijakuwa na beef. Nimekuwa tu na msenge fulani amepiga matatu kwa shingo. Aliamuka tu akaniambia G-Rongi wewe yake ya Mungu wewe. Wakati kolego shiko innocent kumbe wewe ni killer yuko like guy that's not my mother. Oh, why are you pinning it on me? Guy, whoa.
When people bring beef, unafaa kusema no, me I bring steak.
Mimi niko na butchery ya pork. So I don't know how we associate with them.
It's too cold for this dotting. Jimmy.
Yo.
Why do you think Jesus beefed with me? Alijua mimi nachizisha watu.
Because he knew he was going to heaven.
No, alijua mimi nachizisha watu. Wewe gojeni kidogo. Hiyo isiwapite. Yesu alikas pork kwa sababu ya nini? Nachizisha watu. Wewe
Sababu ilikuwa nakula plastic.
Ilipita.
Yo, so over here, man. As I said, it's the Beatmekah, not the beat taker. Yeah, 10 fingers in the air, like I said before. If you don't know, you better ask your mama. Yeah? That's how we do it on the Vault Thursday.
I'm tired for this nonsense.
See, I told you.
You better ask Kama.
No. There's no mention of that in this place. Now, we've also got in studio guests in the digs, Yani. Hey.
Yeah.
Yes, please introduce yourself for the people.
Mimi naitwa tu Saisa Ndavi.
Tu Saisa Ndavi.
That is not your real voice.
That's my...
Come with your real voice on the mic.
Yeah, ni venye leo mimi ni guest. So yeah, you know, mnipatie hata mimi ni guest leo sasa.
Wewe ndio guest leo.
Yeah, so
we're giving you your time.
Yeah, give me my time. Yeah, but it's an honor to be with you.
Saisa, naona una revive Reebok.
Sasa
Reebok.
The amount of dotting that happens here, just get used to it.
Kidogo niulize wewe, ngoja. Wewe ni mkalambua sala mkalapusi au mkala?
Acha ni
What is that?
Sasa.
No, ni hiyo jini ina sound
Anauliza which part of Kenya are you from?
Saisa
ni Mtaitare.
Ndio Ndabi, I think that's Saisa Ndabi.
Ina sound mkalambua sala, si ndio? Mkalapuzi.
Yaani wapi tu?
Mimi ni Mkikuyu. But
umejianika.
Mimi Mkikuyu.
Seriously, unajua kwa password. Alafu umepeana.
Lakini sasa pia mzee wangu ametoka kule hivyo. UG so.
Sasa unatuframe.
Unatuframe
saa hii.
Place inaitwa Masaka.
Bombo.
Very nice.
Anajua chameleon.
Hapana, anajua lizard. Chameleon.
Okay, Bobby Wine.
Surely. Where you guys? Listen, okay. Okay, she's a guest.
Ukitaja UG.
Okay, but before we get
tuna deni za
before getting too deep, I got some stuff to get off my chest.
Please.
First of all, last week, yo, you guys are just haters. Last week was my birthday. Yo.
Bro,
we did a shout out.
We posted.
Yeah.
We posted.
We went on air.
People like Saisa, walilenga. So,
Yani, out of all of us who did things, Yani, you only look at one person.
I was waiting. My M-Pesa line was on.
You give props to the people who did things, Yani.
Okay.
How will you?
But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. God in Malize. So I enjoyed my birthday, you know. I was just there with my lady. You know, shout out to my boo Beth. You know.
Unajira tena?
Yeah.
Unauliza kama sijaimwona? Hata hivi.
Anaitwa
Bethsaida. Ghost stories.
Aitwa Bethsaida. Yo shinishe.
Maybe sijui.
Bethsaida.
No.
She's
So you know what? You know, I realized as time went on, you know, when you get to your brother, you start to evaluate your life, where you've come from. You know, now I'm an old man. You see the gray hair is no joke. Apparently, there's a lady who said the other day, when women get gray hair, you're told, hey, manze, you ni ujinga. when a man gets great, they say, "Oh, he's so sexy."
Hey, who is that?
Jimmy, please.
Mbona
nashuku kuna mtu
but you know, but I thought about my life as the beat maker, as a producer, and I came to one conclusion. For a very long time, I wanted to be like the best of the best in what I do. Now I don't want to be. You know, I just want to be happy.
Hey.
That's all I'm concerned about. The happiness. Because the thing is, you can be the best at what you do, and a lot of guys I've seen who are the best at what they do, they're miserable, man. They're miserable. Yeah? They're not even happy. You know, they're just there. You know.
No wise words. That's true.
You
be
know,
happy.
I think Jimmy, I can concur with you. Do you know me what I want to be? The best dad in the world ever, and I think that's my greatest. Yeah.
Rewind.
Truth be told, Jimmy, I won't lie to you. I think ushajipatia life challenges.
Yeah.
But one life challenge you never give yourself is just being a dad.
You are the best dad. I see how you flaunt your kids.
You might think so, you selfish udanganya watu is just a photo, lakini kunyuma nampiganisha na abuse. No, sorry, I don't do that.
You don't do that.
For
me, it's just like
meaningful volt.
I like it.
Yeah, no,
guys are getting sentimental.
For me,
but you know,
that's my inspiration.
Yeah.
Every day when I wake up, when I see my kids be like, damn, mimi ungeniamusha ningekuua. I will shoot you. That's no lie. Ask anybody of Ukoflani Momo. Don't wake me up.
Shoot with love or shoot.
But guess what? Do you know that sound like guy like no, that's the truth. I shed tears when my son or my daughter wakes me up in the morning. I'm like, wow.
But you know,
ambaka usingizi na loss to ile design, like, let it go.
Right.
This in your botanical gardens, in your paradise, in your everything.
Now this is the other side of G-Rongi that many people don't get to see.
Atawezi jam.
This is the other side people don't get to see.
But Myra, let me shock you.
We don't fake it.
Let me shock you here. I was telling someone the other day about G-Rongi, and I was saying I feel people misunderstand G-Rongi a lot. I feel they say that, oh, this guy, he's bitter. He has bitterness in him. And I told them, you know what? He's saying what's in his heart. It's just that you are not listening. If you listen, you'd hear his truth, not hear the bitterness. You know? You know, a lot of people get it wrong, by the way. Like now he's talking about the love for his children.
Yeah, for real.
And no one's going to talk about that. They're going to go to the other stuff.
Actually, I would like to say big up my favorite. Actually, Ayuko Poa. Mpaka inani mada. Na hiyo yote ili happen juu ya kumiss budake.
Oh yeah.
So how do you say, you know, kids gets niyo part ya mtu na feel, but also pia ni sisi wazazi, we don't feel that void ya kumuonesha no, we there, we love you, we love you. So sometimes they get it's something I've never experienced and I never thought in as an experience kwa life yangu, but I'll get mental breakdown ingine I don't know if I told you, ilimfanya akakuwa, how do I say, he can't even move a finger. Yeah, for me I was like
for real?
Like yeah, nimekuwa na wiki mbili fulani si poa, but
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Notice actually one thing I would like to tell which actually is coming in Kenya, I would like to tell mothers, make sure umetrack buda mtoi wako kwa sababu right now maybe unathink niko poa, niko kila kitu, I'm good, but guess what, unalea mtu yuko na partner wake something like that, but later on zitakuja zilete problems ambazo I'm part of, na pia uko part of because we are parents, unajua. So zinakuja zina break mtu. I will show you videos baadaye nikuoneshe how much yani hizo levels zimefika ile point ya sometimes musa manga libros in maadui kwa sababu what is happening is like I can be an independent woman, I can be an independent man, I can be like this, but one thing people forget, wanakuwa selfish, they forget about what they brought.
Right.
When you plant a seed, take care of it, imwagie maji,
right.
Even if you don't agree, wanaletea siwe, wanaletea river, wanaletea ocean, doesn't matter as long as your seed ime-grow. Na for me naweza kuambia yenyewe for real nimeiona, as much as naweza blame either madhake, actually pia niko 100% part of it because madhake can't make a decision without me making a decision. For me naweza sema okay, like uzuri okay, naweza sema luckily ama lately ama whatever ni tumekam tukaidiscover mapema so kile naweza sema watu wako affected with everything we make in our life. Maybe we had to grow to understand that, but true. It's something imekam imenishake foundation yangu mpaka even I don't know what to do. You can't speak to your blood alafu the only thing he can do is just voice, as in na simsik as in she can't even lift a finger, she can't even do anything. So uko ile design ya what happened, then baadaye ile tu polepole unaanza kunotice I'm part of it. So should I zushia madha yake nimwambie no, then later on you just, if you are smart, just own up your space and try to do as much as possible and make sure can I say mental breakdown is a real thing?
It is a real thing.
It's a real thing. I used to think me udhani mini cheese na mini kona mental breakdown, but ili ni face ile through an innocent thing ambayo siwezi dhania ati inaweza kuwa na mental breakdown. Hapo ndo nikajua wenyewe life is not a joke.
Right.
Na I won't lie to you, I have beautiful people around me, but sometimes you become weak when you can't do anything. You can't even like mpaka ile uko ile situation like what am I supposed to do? Should I kill everybody ndio kila kitu? Should I like uko zero, uko kwa ground na uko everything. But okay, wacha niseme tu hivyo, but leo unajua leo nisikia Saisa.
First of all, my heart goes out to you guys and what you guys are really going through. Actually, don't be afraid to reach out anytime. And it's also a big lesson. What you've said is actually true. Whatever you do as a parent affects your child in any way.
100%.
And always put them first whenever you're thinking about, even if you're fighting with each other, think about the impact that it will have on your kids.
Funny enough, there was this advert for a phone company when I was a kid, and I still remember too. The adverts say, reach out and touch someone, and I guess that's what we need to do in life. We really need to really reach out, because someone can be going through something. And what I've learned in my own life, sometimes it's not about all the talk. It's just being in the presence of that person that helps them move forward.
Yeah, but also one thing we also come to realize the biggest challenge actually right now I have, I think you can agree with me, I'm very good in helping people, but I'm very weak in helping my own people. So that kind of kill. I put too much energy out, but not in. Actually, it's supposed to be the opposite. When you put too much energy in, it helps you to put too much energy out. Why? Because it teaches you how to love, to take care, to know what's the real thing, what's the fake things. But for me, maybe I started externally, but something happened that made me need to come internally. And I think, because also for me, at the same time, the more nilikuwa na grow, the more nilikuwa na feel power yangu inaisha, but I never knew why. But after this thing happened, I started figuring out my power, be like, I kind of knew, like, family is first, family is everything, family is where you get your strength, and family ndio itakusaidia morals na everything, unajua. So for me, I think I had no laws. I can say whatever I want, but kidogo, I cannot say let the person I love akwe poor and he become poor. So when you feel weak, that's when you know like you're talking to God. When you cannot do, when you have no power, when you have like you uko situation flani, like, how do I say? It's very hard to say. It's like,
I get you.
When you have nothing else, like when you lose kila kitu, got nothing else to lose, like you only speak to God. You only left with God. Like niaje God nichezea hapa. And then I believe mi najua God, mi God unibongesha mara moja. I know that. Na kind of aliniambia niaje man, it's time to be, you need to redefine yourself. And redefinition is stop being young man, shit niwache kuwa youth man. Always God will tell you be a youth man, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just like no transition. Like no, be a family man, be real 100%, and then that's why you get your strength. Now I won't lie to you, since your moment really have, when she told me that, I was sad, I was bad, I was feeling, but she told me, no, don't worry, let's do this. Okay, that's cool. From that moment, life yangu I think ili change kwa sababu we need transition in life, yeah? Na for me naweza sema ilikuwa point tunaweza bonga na yeye, and the best thing about it ni I don't know how to speak to situations zingine because I don't know how to, sijuangi kujiachia because mimi nimezaliwa no snitching, so you don't know how to speak, you don't know even how to open up because anything you say you might think you are snitching, but actually ni kumbe ni you are supposed to translate your value. You need to, but inakanga kama nisemeaje, I don't know, sometimes
I get you.
Mtu speak heart yake na snitching, but no, snitching is just the reality, the way vile kuko.
Yeah.
Unajua, but because people wanajifungia vitu mingi ndani inakaa mbaya, they can't speak their mind, and a lot of people,
a lot of lessons to be learned.
But me, one thing I know, I have friends. Hey, Myra Maloba, G-Rongi.
We've been talking a lot of late.
Saisa Dambi.
Thanks for reaching out, Nazi.
No, for real. For real.
But I'll tell you something before we talk to Saisa. This is a true story. I'll tell you this. When I was in Kenya before I went abroad, I used to be like you, G-Rongi, yeah? I was like invested so much in other people, man. And when I went there, and I was there for a month, like even my own family, I was always very busy. I was just doing my own thing. I was with my crew. I was always doing something, eh? When I went abroad, I was like, finally, I'm a Jew. Now I'm independent. I'm alone, eh? Time yangu. Let me tell you. After 1 month, homesick. Eh?
100%.
3 weeks, yeah. So when I came back, I said, you know what? It doesn't matter what I'm going through in life. I'm going to put my family first. You know? And my own dad has been through a lot the last, Myra can say, he's been through all the last couple of years. Eh? And I was like, there's no way I can spend so much time investing in other people. And the only people around my blood, I'm not there for them. So what you're talking about, I totally understand.
Yeah, and that's why, Jimmy, you see, me, I don't, I only know my brothers, my family, my wife and kids, and my friends. And my friends are chosen. Because I used to hang out with everybody. Then I realized, no, everybody have their own dreams. But guess what? You might have friends, they might have their dreams, but they support your dream also at the same time. Which you need to reflect back to them, as in also support their dreams. You might not share the same dream, but also be there. Like, for me, family, me I won't lie to you, Jimmy, family. The way I think, I know I have my family behind me. So I can say anything. Why? They believe in it. And they know like I'm not wrong. Because before I can be wrong because now this. But nowadays, whatever I say, my family believes like, gee, I may decide evil, even though kuko. You know? But one thing also I don't take advantage of my family. I make sure I protect it and take care of it, and we make sure we are good. Before, it was hard for me to say I have family, but nowadays, I'm so proud. Like, guy, I wish you get family. I wish you get you. I'm so proud to say I have a family. Why? Because watu wale nasema hivyo ndo wasikie, najua walikuwa fake.
But when you come to that realization.
Sorry. Yo, Saisa. Saini saya, Saisa.
Sai.
Yes.
Now, if you know Saisa for the role she plays here at Icon Radio as the host of the Hookup. One thing maybe you didn't know is she in the movie, man. She in a movie, okay?
But today Saisa's hooking up with us. So the hookup is here.
Exactly. So, I love, first of all, I gotta say, I love how Kenyan movies are just, like from last year, King Kaka came out with his, I'm trying to remember the name, but King Kaka came out with his, then, and it revolved again just around the hood, music, blah, blah, blah. And then now Mzuka is out. I don't even think Mzuka has been talked enough about like it should be.
Yeah,
like very enough. And it's a brilliant piece of work. Yeah. I would like to get to know more about it because, of course, even us as the hookup.
Hey,
The vaults.
it's
First of all,
Shindwe.
it's the star power. It's the star power in this room. It's the star power. Guy, you know, like it. No, here's the vault. You know, hip hop, you have to look at all angles of hip hop, not just the music only. There's dance, there's poetry, there's also the art of film and movies that people don't give, especially in Kenya, enough
There's
power
also
to.
romance and hip hop. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it, you know? Ladies love Cool J. So, but still over there hitting her. So, one of the biggest films that came out this year is called Mzuka. And Manze, if the people who not keep secrets, it's Nafsi Huru and Saisa. We didn't even know this thing was coming out. And nobody.
Dania told me.
No.
Nafsia told me.
I mean, as in, like, we're sitting here, we do a show called 3 2 1 action. Not to Melalia Ikitu.
You the boss.
Manze, you don't Lalia things like those. Suku, you give us Suku over here, the news, we organize press junkets. You know, we're a production house, you know. But Mzuka, I was surprised to see it come out. I didn't even know when Nafsi was promoting it to see, like, now he was on it, you're on it.
Yeah.
And it looks absolutely dope. It stars Ibrahim Mushemi, Manasseh Nyaga, Sobuke Nonkwe, Nungari Kiore, and Bait Atho Jr.
Yeah.
And it's a film about two unknown rappers from the hood desperately seeking an opportunity to make their name in the music business. When they record a freestyle and post, things don't go as expected.
Yeah.
As it would be for a lot of artists in Kenya. I think that is just a true story for a lot of guys. So first of all, how did you end up on this one? Because I've seen the cameos. There's you. There's even G Hunter. I think I saw G Hunter, Jana. I was like,
there's Nafsi.
there's Nafsi. There's my word.
Like there's so many names, baby.
So many.
So big shout out to Sobu. Sobu is the one who put us on.
Nice.
Sobu, yeah. Sobu ndo alitu put on because alikuwa zile za we're looking for like a female rapper or something to come through. So I was like, easy, see, because you're my boy, acha tu nitoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it came to be.
Right.
And funny thing, by the time tulikuwa tunafika time ya ku drop ama ilikuwa ina premium drop, mimi nilikuwa nishasahau because I wouldn't lie to you, ndio nilikuwa naambiwa ati ina